Welcome to Fish Talk Hunt Radio with John Hennigan, where we're going to cast and blast you right out of this world with some of the best hunting and fishing stories that you can't even imagine.
Welcome to Fish Hunt Talk Radio. This is John Hennigan, and our host is Frank Selby, coming to us live and direct from Southern California. Are you in his and her fly shop, Frank?
No, I'm in bed.
Hey, buddy. Sounds good to me. Anyway, Frank does have a full-service fly shop and a guide service, and, you know, he is a premier, worldwide, well-recognized fly fishing angler. But nice thing about is that you're not a purist. You just like to catch fish.
Yeah. Anybody likes to catch fish.
Yeah.
That's fishes.
Yeah. But I still keep telling the story about last year's Alaska trip, and you go, I'm bringing my fly rod. I'm going to catch a halibut on a fly. And I go, Frank, if anybody can do it, you can, but you don't fish halibut on a fly rod. Well, of course, we know the rest of the story. But anyway, speaking of Alaska, this show today is going to be about what are we going to do this summer. The Alaska trip, we're still looking for a few more people to sign up. It's at a high-end resort in Ketchikan, the salmon capital of the world, and we're offering it at 1/3 discount from what you book it through the resort or if you book it through us. And it's July 28th to August 2nd. And if there's any way you can make it, it's going to be so much fun, and it's such a nice resort that, you know, you can even bring your, you know, wives, girlfriends, daughters, and whatever, and they'll equally enjoy it because there's plenty to do up there, plenty of places to see. And hopefully, Frank, you and I will get out to Ward Lake and throw some flies in freshwater.
I got my fingers crossed.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm counting on you, so I want you to be there. And
I'm not going to be like the old co-host.
The what?
The old co-host.
Oh, the old co-host. Okay, yeah. No, I can depend on you. Anyway, we're going to be talking to a couple of dude ranches today. So between Alaska and some opportunities, we're going to take care of you for the summer and give you some great ideas and some tips. And I don't think we've ever talked to a dude ranch before, but we've got two of them. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Fish Hunt Talk Radio.
A few years ago, a sailor set out to design a boat shoe that was comfortable and stable, non-skid, and wouldn't mark the decks. Today, these incredibly comfortable shoes are worn by anglers, boaters, professional guides, and charter captains. Go to softscience.com to see more. Soft Science shoes and boots are lightweight and shock absorbent with just the right level of support. Several styles come in all sizes. Enjoy the Soft Science shoe in the water and out. Check them out at softscience.com.
It's time for you to take a real fun adventure. Join a hosted fishing adventure to Alaska or Baja with the staff of Fish Talk Radio. Real Fun Adventures can book you on any adventure you desire. Bring your fishing friends or meet new ones. Fish Talk Radio gets the best deals from our sponsors to give you the best possible price. Real Fun trips are inclusive, easy, no-worry packages to the most popular fish grounds. Trips start around $600. Go to REELfunadventures.com.
If you are still using a plastic hard-shell cooler, things have changed for the better. AO coolers are lighter with twice the efficiency of the traditional bulky coolers. AO coolers are the best available soft-sided cooler with 3/4-inch high-density closed-cell foam insulation. They will keep ice frozen for 24 hours in hot weather. Easy to carry, less space, it fits product inside for better performance. Go to aocoolers.com to order or find a retailer. Available at West Marine.
With a long pedigree, the Snow Bee brand today offers the very best equipment modern technology can provide. Started in Europe, Snow Bee is now providing quality fly fishing gear in the USA. Waders, clothing, rods, reels, fly lines, bags, and innovative new accessories. Enjoy your sport and leisure time more than ever. The affordable value of Snow Bee makes it available to everyone. Go to snowbee-usa.com.
Have you noticed the changes in Google lately? Did anybody line you out? You can't fake it anymore. They know who said it first, who said it best, who said it the most, who is the most popular, and that just happens to be me since the late 80s, which means that I can put up a page, a post, or a website, optimize it properly, spread it around to 22 million people, and put you on top of your results pages for your chosen searches basically overnight. WhiteMountainBusiness.com. Don't want to wait that long? Already have a website that you thought was optimized and doesn't rank anywhere? I can fix that too. Maybe you don't want to wait. Maybe you just want to call me. 928-228-9228. That's 928-228-9228. I've done it for literally thousands, and I can do it for you.
Welcome back to Fish Talk Hunt Radio with John Hennigan.
This is John Hennigan. Of course, we have our host, Frank Selby. And we have the proprietor of probably the manufacturer of the, in my opinion, the most comfortable, highest quality footwear in the world. I've got, hey, John, I have to say, I know you've come out with some more products. They're a little bit more expensive, but I like the original ones that were like, $40 a pair or something like that. And I can wear them for 10 days without socks and without washing them, and my feet don't stink. They're just.
I wouldn't be saying that.
Well, you can smell my feet if you want, Frank. But,
no, thank you.
But they
are one thing 100% sure. They're the most comfortable shoes I've ever wore, and I'm a floor-shine boy since I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, I also have a situation where I have edema, and sometimes my ankles and feet swell up. In these shoes, especially the laces, they fit and they're comfortable. So if I lose the water, lose the weight, they're perfect. If I don't, I can still wear them. Anyway, but let's bring on John Marriott, the proprietor of Soft Science Shoes, and just give us a quick overview of what your shoes are.
Sure, glad to. Thanks for having me back on the show, and I'm glad you guys are both, wearing the shoes in good health and in good comfort. I've been here now. I'm in my fourth year with Soft Science. And, really happy to see the product line growing. We introduced our third generation of the shoe you were referring to, our original Fin, came out last season, the Fin 3.0, and we've got the 2.0 and the original Fin that you're referring to. Mm-hmm. Comes in sizes from 7 to 13, all three of those, but the original Fin goes all the way up to size 18. For the really tall guys, and we're one of the only brands that caters to that to the shoes for guys
feet.
with a larger frame.
Yeah, but well, that's one way to put it, I suppose. But I can't. I don't want to keep going over the same stuff, but the value of what you guys put out, and it's just, there's just nothing else like it. I think I've probably got a couple of years on my shoes, and they're not exactly the same as when they're new, but they're almost new. And I just got to spray some stuff on them and throw them in the washer, every couple of weeks, and they're brand new again.
Yeah,
I have a quick question for you.
Yeah, sure.
How big of a wading boot do you make? You don't make them up to 18, do you?
No, not the wading boots yet. We're waiting for demand on that to build. It involves buying new molds for each size that goes up. So you have to have enough volume for it to make sense. But as soon as we see that demand for it, we'll be glad to start pumping out boots in the larger sizes as well.
So now we only go to 14?
That's correct, right.
So somebody at 15 could get in them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it depends. I mean, all of our shoes are cut a little bit wide, with the belief that, your foot needs the room to spread out.
Oh, yeah.
For you to be comfortable all day long.
The other thing is,
part of the secret.
The other thing, John, it's like a cradle. So no matter how much room you have, you're still comfortable. It's not like your foot's flopping around in the shoe.
Yeah, exactly. They're very stable, very supportive, and as you guys know, they're non-slip. They're non-marking for guys that fish on a boat and want to keep the deck clean.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
that's a big factor.
I almost slipped the other day because I was walking and I wasn't lifting my feet up, and they kind of stuck to the floor. But they don't. I can go in the kitchen floor after it's been mopped and it doesn't leave footprints. But anyway, as far as comfort, style, fishing, yes, absolutely. Water, absolutely. But I wear them every day. And
most people tell us that, we have folks that are wearing our fishing shoes to work. They're wearing them as their everyday shoes. Because once you get used to the support and the comfort, it's kind of hard to go back to something different that's,
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's things that lace up and constrict your feet and your nails. And, it's like women's shoes. That's why they have pointed feet. I mean, that's torture. But your women's shoes, I got to get some women's shoes for you for a couple of ladies that they don't have wide feet and narrow feet, but women's shoes generally are not comfortable.
Yeah, and all of our women's fishing shoes are based, on the same styles for men. Mm-hmm. So they offer all the same features and benefits: quick drying, quick draining, non-skid, and very, very easy to keep clean.
Right. Well, how do we find? I don't know. You're all over the internet. Every time I turn on the computer, you're on there. I don't know how you do that. I got to talk to you about that. But Soft Science. But what's the easiest way to go to your website?
SoftScience.com. You buy every shoe that we make is available on our website, SoftScience.com.
And I notice on your website sometimes you have some specials that are unbelievable. And honestly, John, one of the things I learned a long time ago is that for some reason, if you price a quality product too low, people don't buy it because they don't believe it's quality. And your shoes, for what you get, are an incredible value. But you ought to raise your prices because people then will have a higher perception.
Hey, watch that.
Yeah. But it is true.
We're really trying to address kind of that. There's an unmet need in the shoe market for fishing and boating shoes that are both highly functional and technical as our shoes are, but still affordable.
Yeah.
It shouldn't cost you a bi-weekly paycheck to be able to go fishing.
Yeah. And, there's a lot of good stuff out there, but you pay for it. Anyway, John, the website, of course, is an easy one, which is?
SoftScience.com.
That's an easy one. John, I appreciate you taking the time on our product review section, and we appreciate talking to you. Hope to do that real soon. Thanks, buddy.
Likewise.
Right. Okay, now we have someone else that's been known for a long time, a tremendous guy. And, I picture John Prock now as, down about 5 stories in a basement in a laboratory at Berkeley. But he's not. But John is a product developer for baits. What's new on the market?
Oh, we've got some new bass baits coming out under the power bait lineup. Jordan Lee, who won the Classic 2 years in a row a year ago and 2 years ago, has actually helped us develop a line of baits specifically for the bass market, and these are very highly realistic looking. We've used HD high-definition technology for putting the lifelike features on them, and they've got all the power bait scent and flavor. They're coming out in like a swim bait style, a cross style, and a little minnow style for the drop shot people. Those are some of the new ones we got coming for bass right now, John.
Well, you sent me some stuff that I guess I can't say it yet because it's not out yet, but another new trout bait. But you guys, with first of all, the gulp, which came out after power bait. I mean, they're legendary. They work. And you've got a new trout bait out that I can't talk about because it's not released yet.
Well, we can go ahead and tell you a little bit about the technology behind that trout. It's some new colors that we've come out with. We've put some more high flash and more attractive things visually for the trout because we know trout are very visual feeders. And you'll be looking for those 3 or 4 new colors coming out here. They should be shipping in June.
All right. Well, John, unfortunately, we cut you short again. But we'll try and bring you back on. And, of course, Berkeley, you don't need a website. You can find them everywhere. But go check out John's new baits. You are listening to Fish Hunt Talk Radio. John, thank you very much. Appreciate you taking a little bit of time.
Fish on!
It's a big one.
For passionate sports fishermen who value first-class fishing experiences paired with personalized service and amenities, all-inclusive Salmon Falls Fishing Resort on the Inland Passage reinvents the Ketchikan fishing getaway. Guests enjoy exceptional gourmet cuisine, superior fishing excursions, fully guided charter or self-guided in center console boats accommodating 3 anglers, updated guest rooms and suites, on-site fishing processing to clean, freeze, and pack your catch. Rooms range from log cabin rustic to modern. Our 52 rooms offer the ultimate in comfort after a long day of sightseeing, fishing, and exploring Ketchikan. Non-anglers love Salmon Falls too, shopping along Creek Street, kayaking, hiking, whale watching, or gathering around our fire pits with a hot beverage, all at prices less than expected. Just pull up Salmon Falls Resort in your search engine.
The East Cape of Baja, Mexico is world famous for sport fishing. Dorado, tuna, wahoo, marlin, sailfish, roosterfish, and pargo. The Van Wormer resorts make dreams come true at a price all can afford. Hotel Palmas de Cortez, Playa del Sol, and Hotel Punta Colorado have the biggest and best sport fishing fleet in all of Mexico. Call toll-free to 877-777-TUNA to find out how affordable world-class fishing can be. The finest resorts and the best boats in East Cape. Call 877-777-TUNA.
Vagabundos Del Mar Boat and Travel Club has 42 years experience introducing RVers to the joys of Mexico. Specializing in Baja, Vagabundos leads caravans and sponsors fishing tournaments, trailer boat cruises, and weekend getaways in Mexico and the West. Vagabundos Del Mar also saves its 10,000 members tons of money on low-cost auto insurance. Stay up to date on Mexican travel with the printed newsletter online at vagabundos.com or call 800-474-BAJA.
With a long pedigree, the Snow Bee brand today offers the very best equipment modern technology can provide. Started in Europe, Snow Bee is now providing quality fly fishing gear in the USA. Waders, clothing, rods, reels, fly lines, bags, and innovative new accessories. Enjoy your sport and leisure time more than ever. The affordable value of Snow Bee makes it available to everyone. Go to snowbee-usa.com.
A full-service fly shop, His and Her Fly Fishing, offers FFI-certified international fly fishing instructor and guide service with Frank Selby. Listen to Frank as host of FishHuntTalkRadio.com or listen live Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific Time on Sirius XM Radio Channel 211. Custom flies are handmade to your order in-house in Newport Beach. Fishing in Mexico, Belize, Florida, or the Rockies, Frank and the staff will deliver exactly what you need. Flies and gear. Google His and Her Fly Fishing.
Welcome back to Fish Talk Hunt Radio with John Hennigan.
This is John Hennigan and our host Frank Selby, and this is Fish Hunt Talk Radio. And today we're basically concept is what are you going to be doing this summer? We've got an Alaska trip coming up at the end of July we're going to talk some more about. But we've got a couple of dude ranches that we're going to be talking to. I've never been to one, but the idea sounds good. And we have Cameron Kelsey, and I guess him and his family own 9 Quarter Circle Ranch, which is southwest of Bozeman, Montana. So let's find out about Cameron, if you wouldn't mind, tell us about your ranch, your operation, and what do you do when you get there?
Sure. Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on the show, and excited to do something like this. Never done this before. But anyway, yeah, we have a guest ranch, a dude ranch. It's been in our family for about 75 years. My grandfather started it back in the 40s. He was a post-war vet that came back and wanted to do something fun and decided to go horseback riding and fishing in the mountains. So he started the ranch and ran it for 30 or so years, and then my dad took over and has ran it for the last 35 or so years. And now my wife and I are taking over and keeping it going.
It's a family thing. Well, give us an idea about the ranch. What is it? How big is it?
So we have a dude ranch. So we have a number of cabins that people stay in. We offer a week-long package. They typically run Sunday to Sunday, and people come stay. Typically families, mom and dad, couple kids, that sort of thing. And we have a great horseback riding program as well as a great fishing program that we offer for all different levels and all different ages. We're situated, as you said, in southwest Montana, just south of Big Sky and north of West Yellowstone on the Gallatin River, which is a blue ribbon trout stream and a fabulous place to fish. And so we do walk wade trips on the Gallatin, and then we also have access over on the Madison River, which is another blue ribbon. So a couple real gems to fish, and so we do lots of different opportunities to go out. We also offer pack trips and things like that back into the backcountry, and can fish small mountain lakes that have stocked cutthroat trout in different places. So those are always fun to go to. Never have many visitors at those lakes, so the fishing's generally pretty good.
And now, Frank, don't let me overpower you, because you know these guys better than I do, but I got a couple of quick questions.
Sure.
If I go on a week-long trip, is it all-inclusive?
Correct. Yep. Yeah, you pay one price, and that includes all your lodging, all your meals, and then all activities. And we do have on-site guides that's also included in that, and so they'll take you out on the waters, and you can learn to fish, or if you're an avid fisherman yourself, they'll take you out to the hot spots and help you get the right flies and things like that.
Yeah. So you go do some great fishing, of course.
Do you take them out on the Gibbon?
We can go into the park. We do have permits to go into the park as well. We don't go in there quite often, or as often as the other two rivers, just because it's a little bit farther away, and you got to go into the park and do it. But we can do that.
One quick question.
Sure.
You're halfway between West Yellowstone and my mind went blank.
Big Sky is our closest little town. It's kind of a resort town there with the ski hill and everything. And that's about 15 miles away from us, and then we're about 30 miles from West Yellowstone. So not quite in the middle, but darn near.
If you don't have a motorhome...
Yeah.
As I said, if you don't have a motorhome and you're not on a summer vacation, how do you get there?
You can fly in. Bozeman's probably the best place, and they have pretty good flights from all over the country, really.
Yeah.
So that's where most of our clients fly into.
I can fly from Orange County to Bozeman.
Yeah, I think they do have an LA direct to Bozeman, which is nice for the California folks.
So is John Wayne Airport.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the way I usually come.
Let's talk about this week that you're going to be doing up there.
So we have a couple different fly fishing emphasis weeks where we bring in a couple extra guides and have a little bit more of an emphasis on the fly fishing side of things, and those are August 11th to the 18th, and then the 18th to the 25th. And again, we still offer all the other activities, all the horseback riding and everything else that we do, but we just bring in more guides and put a little bit bigger emphasis on the fishing side of things, and do trips over to the Madison and float trips and walkway trips on the Gallatin.
Horseback is probably mostly rides where you go as a group. But what about getting out there and cutting out the horses and branding them?
Well, we do that.
Do you
not
really?
necessarily with the clients all the time. It can get a little dangerous at times. But we do we breed, raise, and train all our own horses. So we do brand them in the fall. Typically, the last week we're open, which is September 15th or so this year.
So you get to cut them little doggies, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But no, I enjoy horseback riding. But unfortunately, with my physical condition, it doesn't make it easy to do something like that. But a trail ride, so there's just something about it. It's just you go out and you're quiet, and you really get to see nature
And we live, in a fortunate area that's very beautiful. We're in the heart of the greater Yellowstone ecosystem, and we got all sorts of critters running around, elk and deer and moose and bears and otters and beavers and all different sorts of animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, we're talking about you're going to be up there for a week. So obviously you got your cabin and meals. You have some kind of a communal kitchen or something?
Well, we have a cook staff on site, so they provide the meals. All you got to do is show up and eat it. We do have a cocktail hour each night for the adults that you can get around and socialize and have a beer and tell stories.
Yeah.
And then we do a lot of other activities in the evening times. We play softball and have a square dance and cook out meals and all sorts of things.
And you get square dancing lessons?
I've done it for enough years. I could probably give you a lesson, but we do have a caller come in who does it professionally, and he teaches everybody how to square dance, and it's a great time.
A little boot scooting, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
One more quick question.
Sure.
A lot of us go to the dude ranches. We like to take off and go out and be taken through the park or something like that. You can furnish that, correct?
If people want to go do a park trip or whatnot, we generally recommend that they rent a car. We personally don't do driving tours in the park. But we don't have a permit for that side of things. Can you get them down to
West Yellowstone where they can take one of the buses through the park?
Yep, and there's also a couple different tour companies that'll come pick you up from the ranch here and take you out for a day if you want to do the upper loop or the lower loop or both loops, I guess, if you want. It'd be a big day. But, we have a lot of clients that go to the park.
Well,
that's what I like to do, send the wife off on to the
and then you go fishing, right?
I go fishing.
And that's what's great about this sort of vacation is it's good for the whole family. So you can have the avid fly fisherman dad or mom, and they could stay with the other one could stay with the kids and go horseback riding or do some other activity, and dad can go off fishing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron, one more question.
Sure.
Tell them how to get a hold of you again.
Yeah, so you can go to our website, which is www.ninequartercircle.com, all spelled out. Or you can give us a call. Our phone number is 406-995-4276. And my wife generally handles the reservations, and she'd be glad to talk to you and get you all booked up.
That's 406-995-4276. But remember, just go to Fish Talk Radio or fishhunttalkradio.com and listen to the show more and more times. This is something that if you haven't got your summer trip together yet, especially for a family trip, it's probably cheaper than renting a motorhome and just taking off. And it is, and again, so we got fishing. What about hunting or shotgun sports?
We do some hunting in the fall time. You'd obviously have to put in for tags, mostly elk and deer. And like say, put in for the state of Montana to get hunting tags. I do know this year they are sold out if you haven't put your name in already. But we do a limited number of drop camps or guided hunts.
And then what about just skeet shooting?
We don't have that on our property at this time. Maybe in the future.
Yeah. But, you pretty much sounds like a good way to keep you busy. There's
there's an activity for everyone, and everybody has a great time.
And the other thing is, we mentioned it, but, this is a great thing for a couple of guys. But, if you bring your wives and kids, it'll be a trip of a lifetime. I mean, when you look back at what you did with your family, 20, 30 years ago, this is one of those trips that you need to make to have those family memories.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of families that have come in for 20 or 30 years. Mm-hmm. We have an honor roll system, and like I say, I know there's a handful of families coming this summer that'll be their 30th year, so they just come back year after year and love it.
Yeah. Well, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
But, if you just, plan your summer vacation, I know it's getting tight on time. And what about getting reservations when you go this late?
We do have a few spots available, and like I say, it kind of depends on the time of year that you're looking to come. We open mid-June, and then we stay open till middle of September.
Okay.
And
so
like I say, I know there's a few spots in there. July, we have a little bit of space, and in August as well.
And what do you do in the wintertime? Go skiing?
Yeah.
Go to Mexico and go
catch up
fishing.
on all the things that you didn't get done in the summertime when you were out fishing and riding horses.
So the whole point is, it is. Okay, well, we got to get going, but it is all inclusive. And give us a wild range on price. Was it $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000?
It's about $2,400 a person. Again, it kind of depends on the age. It's cheaper for the children, and we do have a children's program that provides babysitters and different things like that.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, get in there, get it done, and just create a trip of a lifetime that your family will remember for decades.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate that, Cameron, and we'll try and get you back. And have a good summer.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. You're listening to Fish Hunt Talk Radio. Go to the website, listen to the show as many times as you want.
The road stretches for miles in front of you, and with the Ram 1500, you'll be able to reach mile after open mile. It gets a best-in-class 25 miles per gallon highway, so your destination won't just be determined by your gas gauge, but by your gauge for achievement. And the Ram 1500 is the first ever back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Guts, glory, Ram. See your local Ram dealer today for great deals. EPA estimated 25 mpg highway based on V6 4x2.
A full-service fly shop, His and Her Fly Fishing, offers FFI certified international fly fishing instructor and guide service with Frank Selby. Listen to Frank as host of FishHuntTalkRadio.com or listen live Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific Time on Sirius XM Radio Channel 211. Custom flies are handmade to your order in-house in Newport Beach. Fishing in Mexico, Belize, Florida, or the Rockies, Frank and the staff will deliver exactly what you need. Flies and gear. Google His and Her Fly Fishing. The Soft Science footbed absorbs the shock of pounding waves, engine vibration, and even rocky terrain. Soft Science shoes are roomy and relaxed, and they drain and dry quickly. Check out the Soft Science Fin fishing shoes and boots and the Fin H2O for kayaking and canoeing. They're lightweight, slip-resistant, and won't mark your deck. See the new styles for men and women and get your pair on at softscience.com. Alaskan RV Butler. Guiding, fishing, hiking, sightseeing, adventure. The Alaskan RV Butler. Like a cruise on wheels in the comfort of an RV. View the wonders of Alaskan interior, streams, ocean, and wildlife. Or fish for the big one, all while pampered by Mike, the Alaskan RV Butler. Mike's inclusive tours serve butter-drenched shellfish and mouth-watering steaks. Mike is your personal chef, chauffeur, guide, and planner. And for the real Alaska, contact Mike RV Butler at gmail.com. That's Mike RV Butler at gmail.com.
It's time for you to take a real fun adventure. Join a hosted fishing adventure to Alaska or Baja with the staff of Fish Talk Radio. Real Fun Adventures can book you on any adventure you desire. Bring your fishing friends or meet new ones. Fish Talk Radio gets the best deals from our sponsors to give you the best possible price. Real Fun trips are inclusive, easy, no-worry packages to the most popular fish grounds. Trips start around $600. Go to REELFunadventures.com.
Lounge ride blues.
Welcome back to Fish Talk Hunt Radio with John Hennigan.
This is John Hennigan, and we have our host, Frank Selby, and we have on the line with us, we're going to continue, what are you going to do this summer? If you're thinking about maybe you should take a summer vacation, but you want a vacation that is going to bring memories that last a lifetime. We talked to Cameron at the 9-Quarter Circle branch in near Bozeman, Montana. And now we have Ruth from Coffee Creek Ranch, founded in 1900. Ruth, you weren't around in 1900, I'm sure.
No, I'm not that old. Thank God.
Watch it, John. You're talking to my favorite girl.
Okay. Well, Ruth,
we're going to go gold panning up there, aren't we,
wow.
Ruth?
Yeah, we're going to see if we can find that elusive gold nugget, the one that's still floating around in the creek. It should be good this year because the water's really high.
Oh, yeah.
That brings down all the gold nuggets from up on top.
Wow. Well, I mean, I know people that pan for gold, and, you know, if you work at it, you know, you can make a few bucks, but you're always looking for that big nugget.
Oh, I had one cook that worked for me one year, and that was his hobby. He made $5,000 worth of gold that summer just panning.
Wow. Yeah, wow. But, well, that's a different subject. Tell us about, if you wouldn't mind, Coffee Creek Ranch, founded in 1900 in Trinity Center, California. Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't always Trinity Center, California. I'll give you a little background history. It was originally Coffee, California. It was one of the first post offices up here. Started in about 1901, 1902, and lasted till about 1910. And sometimes you can find online a postmark from a letter that says Coffee, California.
Wow.
And it was the assayer's office. It was the Wells Fargo stage stop for the boarding house, because it was Pinkham's boarding house back then. And they used to stay overnight and everything, and then they changed the horses with the hand-pegged barn out in the driveway now that's gone. The owner, a couple owners back, took it down. Why he took it down, I don't know, but it was a great barn. And they used to have the horses stay there, and then they'd change them out, and then they'd go on down the road again. But it was a 17-room boarding house, and then it went and evolved into tent platforms with cabins and outhouses, and then it went back in 1946, it changed to Coffee Creek Ranch, and it was a boys' camp for the first 6 weeks of summer, and then it was a dude ranch for the next 6 weeks of summer. So it was 12 weeks of summer back then. Nowadays, we don't get that much because of the school system, the way it makes the kids, so they don't have as long a summer as we used to.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I was a kid, they used to, in Oregon, the school opening and closing had to do with the crops because, you know, the kids used to pick the crops.
Yep.
But, yeah, it's different now. But
we bought the ranch in 1976, and we've owned it ever since then. So we have 44 seasons. This is our 44th season coming up, and we are the longest owner to own it.
Wow.
So in consecutive order there. So.
Well, tell us about Coffee Creek Ranch. We want to know about what it is. Well, it's in a river
canyon. It's Coffee Creek is a misnomer. It's actually was named Coffee Creek from a packer that was taking a miner over into Trinity Center, and he was coming down from Big Flat, which is about 18 miles from our ranch. And they were coming up down the road in the trail, and they crossed the river, and he lost his pack mules and all his stuff in it, and the packer's yelling back and forth to him and says, "Are you okay?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm fine." He says, "You got everything?" He says, "Everything but my coffee." Oh. And so the packer told him, he says, "Well, just tell him you've been in Coffee Creek." And that's the official version of how it got its name. And but that's what they did back then. They used to cross rivers when they weren't supposed to.
Well, in the 1900s, that was probably still gold country, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. It was. This was the big gold rush up here was in 1890s, same time as Alaska. But the biggest gold nugget was found in continental United States here, and about 2 miles from the ranch. It was 3 inches thick, 9 inches wide, and 4 feet long.
Wow.
Weighed 42 pounds.
42 pounds?
Yep, it's in the Guinness Book of World Records of 1898 by the Graves brothers.
That's not a nugget, that's a brick.
They have it assayed, and they went to a bar and got in a brawl afterwards, and it broke on the ground, and I don't know how many pieces, but it still stood until 1984 when Australia found a bigger one of 54 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a pretty big nugget.
So you could come up, and by the way, if you come up to Coffee Creek, if you want to pan for gold, can you do that?
Oh, yes. You can still pan for gold. They don't allow any gold dredging anymore, but you can still pan, and any gold you find in our place, we let the kids and the adults, whatever, we take them down gold panning. We have little gold vials they can stick the gold in, and we guarantee they'll find gold. And they get to take it home. They get to keep whatever they find.
Wow, you guarantee they're going to find gold. Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think? I always want to go up and spend time with her. She's so sweet.
Yeah, well, you'll get fat coming up and spending time with me because I'll feed you really well.
Well, tell us about the ranch.
Well, our ranch is all inclusive. It includes your own private cabin. All the cabins are situated on the hillside behind the main ranch house on 16 3/4 acres. And then we have another 239 acres adjacent to it on the other side, on the north side of the ranch, and that encompasses the majority of the ranch. But that's where we do some of our trail riding and stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then across the creek we have 110 acres, and that's where the stocked pond with the trout is, the pedal boats, the archery range, the trap chute, the rifle range, and the pack station, and the horses in the corral, and then our arena where we do our Gymkhana rodeo.
When you say all-inclusive, does that include all of these activities?
Yes. The only thing that's not included is our beer and wine bar. That's extra, and our gift shop, what you buy over the gift shop, including the ammo, so you have to pay for the ammo.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it, and everything else is included. We even have a children's program in the summertime for the kids from ages 3 to 17, and they have our own special counselors and take them off doing different things and arts and crafts and everything. So the parents can have some downtime with one-on-one with their spouse. And then the kids, they all go back to meal times with their parents. So at noontime, they'll go back with their parents to eat, and then at dinner time, we all eat together.
Wow.
We're a family ranch, so we try to keep the family unit together. But by the end of the week, the kids are off with their friends, and the parents have found new friends as well. So,
Ruth, would you do me a big favor?
Yes.
Would you make me, if John comes up with me, can we put him in with the kids and me and you go sneaking off?
Sure. We'll let him go paint rocks down by the creek and do finger painting with the special red dirt we have.
Yeah.
We could get and mark up your face like the Windtune Indians did.
Yeah, maybe I can skip some rocks.
Well, we'll let you go down Big Boulder Sluice in an inner tube. That's fun.
Whoa.
That's our natural water slide in the creek, so that's fun. We have that. And then besides the gold panning and fly fishing on Coffee Creek. We have a private half a mile it's just exclusive for our guests to go inner tubing and fly fishing and bait casting. And it's all native rainbow trout. And there is some stockers. They stocked a little bit last year for the first time in a long time, and they stocked a little bit this year, but I don't think they're going to stock anymore after this last month they did it.
Well,
so.
I'm sure you got a lot of water running through there now.
Oh, yeah, there's way too much water.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost at flood stage, so I don't think that's going to happen yet, but it's just really running wild right now. But we'll have plenty of water for summertime, that's for sure.
Well, again, the theme of today is if you want to go on a family vacation, that it's going to go down, passed on from generation to generation, and looking at pictures from 20, 30 years ago when you get to be my age. And you look about, man, wasn't that a great trip? Well, first of all, it's not expensive, but money aside, it's one of those things, if it's well spent, it lasts forever.
We're not as expensive as most ranches. Mm-hmm. We're pretty, because we basically have kept our rates pretty reasonable.
Give us a range. I don't want to pin you down, but are we talking 2, 3, 4, 5?
Like for an adult, for a weekly rate for 6 nights and 7 days, it's $1,580.
Oh, that's too cheap. No,
your 3 meals, your 2 rides a day.
No, Ruth. Trust me.
No.
Add $500 to that, and I'll keep $250. You keep $250. That's
Don't
too
let
cheap.
him talk you into that, Ruth.
We give discounts to seniors, 10%. We give one of our biggest things that we did back when the war started in the Iraqi war and everything. We went and we did 20. We used to do 50% off to all active military. Now we do 25% off.
Whoa. Well, if you're listening to us,
our way of saying thank
if
you.
you're listening to us on the internet, and you may be in Iraq or anywhere in the world, because we're everywhere. We really do cover the world, because we're on virtually every major streaming service there is, plus 40 broadcast stations, and we're even on Sirius XM. If you're listening to us and you go, man, I'm going to be home, at such and such. I wonder if I could take my family there. And at 25% off, and the family, right?
Yeah, that's for the whole immediate family. That even includes their mom and dad. So sometimes we have extended military families, like they'll have their immediate family, their wife and kids, and then they'll have their mom and dad.
Wow.
The grandparents.
That's trust me, Ruth, that's not enough. You got to raise your prices.
Oh, well, I believe they sacrifice a lot for us, and they give us so much. That's all I can do to give back,
Wow.
So
wow, but what you're getting, but this is all inclusive for a week with all your meals, all your activities.
And the kids are less; they're less expensive. The teenagers, 13 to 17, are like $13.80 for the week, and the junior wranglers are 6 to 12, and they're like $11.80 for the week. And then the cowboys and cowgirls, they're the 3 to 5, they're like $7.25.
Man,
but they're not allowed to ride. That's why they have a really low rate. And then babies under 3 are free.
Well, if you got a paper route, you can do that. I might even be able to afford to do that.
You can come work for me. You might find your next best spouse.
There you go.
We're like the Love Boat without the water.
Oh, there you go.
We have a lot of staff members that end up getting married that way.
Does this include you?
Well, I'm available, I guess. I'm a widow, so.
Well, I'm looking for my future ex-wife.
Oh, your future ex-wife.
Watch it, Ruth. You're taken. You're my girl.
I'd like to mention that we do have a non-riding rate, too. So during the summertime, even if some of the members of the family, they don't want to pay for riding, they don't have to.
Ruth, we're going to have to go. It's Coffee Creek Ranch, correct?
Yep, it's www.coffeecreekranch.com.
All right. Thank you, Ruth. You're delightful.
Our phone number is 1-800-624-4480.
All right. Go to corkandforkradio.com and listen to it again. Thank you, Ruth. You're delightful.
A few years ago, a sailor set out to design a boat shoe that was comfortable and stable, non-skid, and wouldn't mark the decks. Today, these incredibly comfortable shoes are worn by anglers, boaters, professional guides, and charter captains. Go to softscience.com to see more. Soft Science shoes and boots are lightweight and shock absorbent with just the right level of support. Several styles come in all sizes. Enjoy the Soft Science shoe in the water and out. Check them out at softscience.com.
Used by fishermen who know where to get the best fishing gear around, AFTCO makes the highest quality fishing rod components worldwide. If it says AFTCO, you know you have a quality rod. Guy Harvey Clothing, the best outdoor clothing line anywhere, is also available through AFTCO. Longest lasting, functional, and best looking clothing you'll be proud to wear. Only the very best materials and workmanship. As soon as you put it on, you'll know the difference. Look for AFTCO at quality retailers or go to aftco.com.
Have you noticed the changes in Google lately? Did anybody line you out? You can't fake it anymore. They know who said it first, who said it best, who said it the most, who is the most popular, and that just happens to be me since the late 80s, which means that I can put up a page, a post, or a website, optimize it properly, spread it around to 22 million people, and put you on top of your results pages for your chosen searches basically overnight. WhiteMountainBusiness.com. Don't want to wait that long? Already have a website that you thought was optimized and doesn't rank anywhere? I can fix that too. Maybe you don't want to wait. Maybe you just want to call me. 928-228-9228. That's 928-228-9228. I've done it for literally thousands, and I can do it for you.
Fish on!
It's a big one. For passionate sports fishermen who value first-class fishing experiences paired with personalized service and amenities, all-inclusive Salmon Falls Fishing Resort on the Inland Passage reinvents the Ketchikan fishing getaway. Guests enjoy exceptional gourmet cuisine, superior fishing excursions, fully guided charter or self-guided in center console boats accommodating 3 anglers, updated guest rooms and suites, on-site fishing processing to clean, freeze, and pack your catch. Rooms range from log cabin rustic to modern. Our 52 rooms offer the ultimate in comfort after a long day of sightseeing, fishing, and exploring Ketchikan. Non-anglers love Salmon Falls, too. Shopping along Creek Street, kayaking, hiking, whale watching, or gathering around our fire pits with a hot beverage, all at prices less than expected. Just pull up Salmon Falls Resort in your search engine.
Oh, hey. Welcome back to Fish Talk Hunt Radio with John Hennigan.
This is John Hennigan, and we have our host, Frank Selby, and we have our good friend, Frank Burr from
Snowy.
Snowy. But it's one of the finest fly fishing outfits that came over from Europe not that long ago, but their quality and their prices are just blowing everybody out of the water. And apparently, Frank, you guys have been having a lot of success here.
We have actually been very good this year. A lot more recognition, and
well, you're on the radio.
I'm sure some of that is thanks to you guys. So I really appreciate it. But yeah, it's a name that's starting to get known, and we're still running that special for listeners of Fish Talk Radio. 20% off. All you have to do is mention Fish Talk for the code, and you get an extra 20% off of any purchases.
Wow. Thank you, Frank. Now, that's on top of, your price of stuff probably, maybe a third off of what you'd pay for a quality product somewhere else, and you have a wide range. You got, starter kits with everything for less than $150 all the way up, and you got some medium quality fly rods, some high quality fly reels, and high quality fly reels and rods, and but this is the kind of equipment that you don't buy and use it for a season. You pass it down from generation to generation. And
definitely.
That's, it doesn't make any difference what you paid for originally, but if you can get it at those kind of prices and then get an additional 20%, why anybody wouldn't want to do that? That's stupid. I don't mean to call our audience stupid, but if you don't do it, that's just plain stupid. If you're interested,
you might as well save every penny you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Frank, we should tell the Coffee River group that they buy a rod down there to go up to Coffee Ranch to fish.
Oh, we just
you can order it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we just talked to Ruth at Coffee River and Dude Branch up in actually it's just in Northern California, and God, we got to do that. Matter of fact, Frank, something just popped into my head. Let's see if we can try and organize a trip together for people that want to go up. It's going to be tight for this year, but if I get some people interested, we'll do it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
that north is great.
But it's like,
she is a firecracker.
I mean, for under $2,000 for a week, all inclusive, all your activities, all your meals, tips, everything.
Everything but the booze.
Well, yeah.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, it is. So now that'd be wonderful. If we get some interest in it, we'll put it together. But
yeah,
it's getting kind of late in the year to try and organize something like that. So if you're interested, give us a call right away. Also, we need to talk about Alaska. Frank Selby is July 28th to August 2nd. We still got, out of the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that listen, I don't know why I don't get 200 or 300 calls a day. But people just, they listen and then they just forget about it. But this is an incredible trip. It's 1/3 off at $2,100, all inclusive, for 5 nights in salmon capital of the world, in a very high-end resort with a gourmet restaurant. And again, it's a no-brainer. So just get in touch with us. I'm John, and you just go to fishtalkradio.com, John at fishtalkradio.com, and let me know, and we'll fix you up. But do it quick. Don't do it while you're thinking about it. And then, of course, you can always go to our website.
Yes. Right after I get back to the shop, I want you to come down. It'll be a couple of weeks.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's go fishing.
I'll call you when I'm feeling better.
There you go. Frank might even buy something from you, Frank.
He knows I am. We already made that deal. I just haven't had a chance to get with
you didn't forget about the John Hennigan commission, did you? Anyway.
Just waiting for him to get better.
There you go. All right, you guys. Frank Burr, go to Snowbee. It's snowbee-usa.com. It's just like it sounds, snowbee-usa.com. And check it out and use a 20% discount. Just put in one word, Fish Talk, and get another 20% off of it. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Frank.